Hey everybody, Rob Hunden here, CEO of Hunden Partners, and today I'm going to be talking to you about all the great ingredients and elements of a successful sports-based entertainment mixed-use district. So first of all, we have the anchor project in the middle, the hero project, so we'll talk about that. Then we have the mix of uses, the halo around it. Then we have spaces between the buildings that are as important as the buildings themselves. And then of course we have the activation and management of these districts, and that is just as critical as anything else. So we really have these four buckets. The whole hero and halo model, when we talk about it, also creates economic vitality for the area. If you just have the big box anchor venue, the hero project in the middle, those things generate lots of games per year. However, they're not activated 365 days a year. And frankly, if they're just out there by themselves in the middle of a bunch of parking lots, they're not really going to generate much pre and post spending and economic activity and vitality for the host neighborhood or community. So first off, we have to have a great anchor tenant. We have to have a great anchor venue. So that's generating impact. It's generating events that are bringing tens of thousands of people to the site every year. Let's think about Citi Field in New York. They're bringing in 81 home games, but currently surrounded by not a lot of development. But the vision is to have it absolutely robust with development. In fact, that's already underway. We have a Major League Soccer stadium going right in across the street. So that's activated. We've got a whole mixed use development going in. We've likely got a casino going in. We're going to shift from a lot of surface parking to a lot of structured parking and activated vertical walkable mixed use development. That's one example of going from something without much of a halo to benefit and symbiotic relationship between facility and neighborhood. All of a sudden, we're going to have this symbiotic relationship, which is super awesome. Let's talk about the district. What are the major elements of the district? If we want to keep this thing busy 365 days a year and keep economic vitality, the live, work, play, visit environment. The visit environment, of course, are those games that are happening at the venue, or if it's a convention center, conventions and events happening at the convention center. But we also got to have hotels. So if we're going to host those people coming to visit and going to games. So hotels are a critical element of a successful mixed-use district, and a variety for people to choose from select service all the way up to boutique and lifestyle and at their price point. But we don't want to overbuild the market. So typically we're going to start with one or two hotels, and then in a future phase, maybe add another one or two hotels. Again, varying price points. So what about the live, work, play, visit? That's the residential piece. So as an example, we've got at Citi Field, we've got a lot of residential already being developed around there. And so the residents are going to be there 365, and they're going to be spending time on evenings and weekends activating the spaces, right? And we need those folks to be able to support retail and restaurants. We've got to have that critical mass. That way people can say, hey, we don't have to pick a place. We can just pick the destination that we're going to go to a game, or we're going to go to this district around Citi Field. And then we know there's so many restaurants there that we'll just be able to figure it out. That's what you can do in Kansas City, the Power and Light District. That's what you can do in Arlington, Texas at Texas Live. And that's what you can do at T-Mobile District in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So then what did I miss? I missed office. You want to have people working there during the day. You want to have employees and employers there having lunch, coming in the morning, leaving the evening, going to a game, going to a concert right after work. When these people are in the office, they are anchoring that district during the day and keeping things activated, right? Then we have the negative spaces, or the sanctuary spaces between the buildings. So we want to activate those. We want to have public plazas that are activated. We want to have sights, smells, sounds, waterfalls, plants, trees. We want shade. People want to have that nice balance of nature and urbanity. So this is the fourth element, is how do we manage it? So there's place making, and then there's place keeping. Yoga in the mornings and activations during the afternoon for families and kids. And then in the evenings and weekends, more adult-oriented entertainment, but as well as family entertainment. One that is super critical to drive crowds when the team at the venue is not driving crowds. And that is another entertainment venue. So some of these bars or restaurants could have entertainment, but oftentimes these 2,000 to 5,000 seat entertainment venues are often coming in alongside it. So for example, at Citi Field, they're going to have likely an entertainment venue at the new casino complex that's coming in, where they're going to have bands and things like that. That's not necessarily activating the outside of the venue in the district, but it will have some positive impact. Most of those folks are going to stay in the casino and they're going to play. It would be ideal if there were another entertainment venue in this district along Seaver Way, so that you could program entertainment throughout the colder months of the year when the team is not playing, to keep the district activated, keep people sort of using this as a place that they know they can always go and have a good time, eating, drinking, being entertained. Those are all of the elements of an activated district that are really critical, so that you put all the ingredients right to make the place great. And then secondly, you have great place keeping to keep the place healthy going forward. So that's it for today. Hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.